1, 2, 1, 2. Well, you alright, guys? Finally outside. Oh, look, compost steaming just out of the microwave. I always microwave my old compost just in case there's any vine weevil larvae in it or slug eggs or something like that. They don't like being microwaved. Plus, it was a little bit frozen as well, so yeah, so like I say, finally doing a bit of gardening. You may have noticed I've been flooding YouTube with Chinese cooking videos lately. It's all coming up to the Chinese New Year, that's what that's for. I love it, I love those different genre. So back to gardening, and I am doing onion seeds. A bit late this year, I'm a week later than normal, but I'm not going to sit in the greenhouse doing it. It means I've got to tidy the greenhouse up. I'd rather be out here. And it's about 3 degrees. When will I see you again? Hey, it's 3 degrees, but it's still cold. That's just falling out of a jam jar. Yeah, so I got onions. I'm going to do onions first. Do chilies and aubergines in a bit, because I want to do those in the Jiffy 7 pellets again. But I've got to soak those first, so I'll do those in a bit. So onions, I've got quite a few this year. I got Elsa Craig, Fletcher's White from last year. They were fantastic. Thanks again, Fletch. Red Baron, Red Brunswick, Red Flash. I'm not doing Sturon. I'm doing Tosca and Utah Jumbo White. So I'm going to do some in the, oh, excuse me. So like I say, it's a bit nippy. I'm going to do some in the Germie kit, the small kit this is. So I'll get that ready. Some in traditional quarter cell trays and some in the Agralans. Now, I can't remember which round these go. Have I? No, I haven't. I know. Yeah, right. So there should be 10 of these. I'll just give them a quick wash, because they had a wash after use, but I don't wash them properly first time round. There's no point, because I always wash everything again before I use it anyway. Just rinse the dirt off. Like these had a bit of algae on them. Just rinsed it off. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, good, I haven't lost any. Right. So, yeah, it's a great bit of kit. It really is a good invention. Well done, Eric. Right, so that one there, that one there. Right, excuse me a second. I am shivering a bit here, actually. Right, now, if I remember correctly, what's good about these kits is all these cross members, the ones that hold it all together, are universal. So they do the small, the medium, and the large. Now, if I remember, small goes on the outside of the line with 2 lots of holes in it at the start, look, see? If I remember correctly, because it's been a year since, well, not a year, but it's been a couple of months since I used them, look. Soon though, once they start matching up. Yeah, that's them, look. Ooh, see? Yeah. Honeycomb. Now what I'm going to do, I get all those done, get this packed up with compost, and decide which onions to put in. I'll tell you what, it is a little bit nippy out here. Rather be indoors cooking at the moment. Oh dear. Right, make sure I don't get one with numbers on it. There we are. Because what I do, I put numbers on the individual cells if I'm doing a mixture. Well, there we are. Now, what I don't normally do... oh, I ain't got a trowel. Oh, excuse me. The trouble with tidying up, you can't find nothing. I'm going to just load this up here. Yeah. Bit of wood in there. This is Mother Earth still from last year. Good compost. And a little bit of good news as well. They probably won't be banning peat, so I'm happy with that. As you know, I just think the right or wrong reasons for banning peat, I don't really care. But just for me, peat is the best growing medium, so that's why I like it. Right, what I'm going to do now is just check they're all full. Not squash them down too hard because you don't want to compress the compost. Look, I'm just giving it a little gentle press, just to make sure there's no big air pockets in it. A little bit more over the top to fill them up. It is a little bit damp, this peat, so it's going to be a little bit hard to get into the holes, into the cells. And what I do then is carefully, let's do it near me. Oh. Right, here we go. Lift it up. Knock that off. There we are. I'll tell you what, I'm blooming shivering here. I'll do it once more. There we are. There we go. Right, there we are, look. Yeah, it is a bit damp, look. Got my old Harrington jacket on for this. Double layered, look, so it's a bit warmer. Right, so just going to put a little dent in the top of each one of these just so the seed drops in a little bit. Doesn't really matter that much because it's going to have more compost on top anyway. Or perlite, vermiculite. I'm going to use compost. Right, let's see what we got then. Oh, another one I got to sow as well. I haven't told you this one. I got oyster leaf. Oyster leaf plant. And these have got to be kept in the fridge for, it says 2 weeks, but I've had them in there for a month because I bought them before Christmas. So I'll be sowing those in a minute as well. Never grown those before. Right, let's have a look what onions we got. That's me habanadas. I got some from Ali as well. I think it's from Ali. Right, go. I'm blooming shivering here. I'm going to have to get back indoors pretty quick, you know. Right, it feels like there's quite a few of these Utah Jumbo White. So I'm going to stick them in. There's 41 cells in here, look. Yeah. I'm going to do one per cell if I can. Oh, if I can, he says. Yeah. It doesn't matter if more than one go in. You can always either thin them out or let them multi-sow. Multi-sow them. Don't want to waste these ones because they were... I've never grown these before. Oh no, black seeds, where'd I get to? Oh well. I'm going to actually put vermiculite on top of these. So I don't want to put any more compost on them. I'll sprinkle a few more on for good luck, and I can always, if I get a few don't fire, I can always transplant them over, can't I? I'll do, right, gentle press. Just to get them in contact with the compost. And what I'll do, once this is in the greenhouse, I'll give it a quick spray in just to damp it down a bit. It's going to go in, I say green, it's a cool greenhouse. It's about, well, I'll tell you a story, I'll show you a chart. I made a monumental, well not monumental, I made a bit of a mistake actually, which turned out to have a bit of benefit to it. I left my fan heater plugged in on a thermostat all over, well, since November really. So I wondered why my electric bill was about £5 a month higher. So I was just looking at my data logger and I thought, well, that's up at 12 degrees all the time. Goes in the greenhouse and the fan heater's set in automatic on 12.8 Celsius. So it's not a cold greenhouse. I've turned it down now to 10. It's not a cold greenhouse, it's not a hot greenhouse. It's just enough for these to fire. That'll be all right. So that's number one. Let's get those labelled up as number one before I forget. That's number one of 2025. And they are the Utah Giant number one. Right then. Who would have thought someone could waffle so much about sowing onions, eh? Right, yeah, let's get rid of those. Back in a bit. Okay, well, if you remember my videos, you've seen me do the Agralans before. I always load the cells up off the base. I always load the cells up off the base because you don't want this base to be full of compost. So let's get my hands dirty. And like I say before, oh, that one there, see, you want to make sure that the compost is right to the bottom. Now, I ain't going to go down that one, is it? Give a little podging down just to make sure they're full up, because they won't water if there's a big air gap at the bottom. See, I've got bits in this compost. Cool. Even this clover is getting worse. Clover? Yeah, well, it's made by clover, it's Mother Earth. Maybe, like I mentioned with the peat ban not going ahead, maybe they'll start using it again and selling it properly. At the moment, I can only get it in independent garden centres. Right, just that one there. Well, that's about it, guys. Okay, onto the base. There's an X on here somewhere, which lines up with the X on there. There it is. Right, dirty hands. Right, you can use the lid to make dimples. I've got one here somewhere. Can't see the bloody thing. Where is it? I'm so fed up. What's the point of tidying up when you can't find stuff? Okay, we don't really need the lid for onions, but it's got these handy little lumps on it that you press into the cells, look, and they make holes for the seeds, so that's quite handy. So we'll be using that later. So what to put in these then? I think this is going to be a load of reds. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 by 7. 3, yeah. I'll tell you what, let's do what I haven't done before first. And that's these. No, it's not. Do I want to do aubergines just yet? I'm going to do Elsa Craig first. They're not red, I know, but 3 rows of Elsa Craig, 4 rows of Elsa Craig, because they were really nice last year. They were massive. And I've got more room to grow this year, haven't I? I'm not worried about over sowing these either, because I've got loads of them and I want to get some fresh seed next year. I'll keep a few just to re-sow in case something goes wrong. Number 2, Elsa Craig. Oh dear, it's got wet. Number 2. And number 3 will be a red one. Red flash, they were quite nice last year. Done. Right, quick press down. And a bit of a vermiculite on top. And again, quick spraying and in the greenhouse. Right, in the greenhouse now. Oh, I put number 3 on them first, didn't I? Okay, guys, I'll bring you back tomorrow when I've done all these. I've got loads to do. Yeah, finally started doing some work, eh? Catch you in a bit. Well, I say catch you in a bit. I'm back already. May as well do some in this little quarter cell, hadn't I? Here we are. Diggy's Lego dibber. Oh, I love it. What are you going to put in these then? Oh, I know, I want to do those Toscas. Tosca. It's a bit awkward for you to see this, isn't it? Again, multi-sowing really, just to, so I can prick a few out. Can't remember how long onion seed lasts now. Not that it matters, but if it's getting near its exponential decay, date, then only sort of 1 in 5 will germinate. Cool. That's Tosca, so that's number 4. Where's my tape gone? Flying along. I know I won't have any fungus gnats. I mean, it's probably a bit too early in the year for them anyway. But by using vermiculite on top, it does deter the gnat if you get it in your compost. And a lot of these, I know a lot of these green waste compost suffer from it. So that's the onions. I've got one more lot to do, and I'm going to get indoors because it's bloody taters out here. I'll do the chilies tomorrow. Catch you later, guys. I'll bring you back tomorrow when I've done the chilies. Yeah.